Sometimes the hardest part isn't deciding to end a relationship, but recognizing that it's time to put yourself first. It's about knowing that staying in something that no longer serves you is doing more harm than good. I've spent a lot of time reflecting on our relationship, and while I'll always cherish the moments we shared, I've come to realize that it's no longer the right fit for me. I've outgrown this connection, and it's time to walk away. The hardest thing in life is letting go of someone you care about, but sometimes you have to. For your own mental health and happiness, you need to trust that this is the right choice, even if it doesn't feel easy. It's not that I don't care anymore. It's that I've learned that self-love is just as important as love for another. And right now, my heart is telling me that I need to take a step back and focus on myself. Ending a relationship doesn't mean I'm giving up on love. It means I'm giving up on the idea that I can sacrifice my peace for someone else. I've realized that the healthiest relationships are built on mutual respect and growth, and I can no longer offer that when I'm not at peace with myself. I never thought I'd get to this point, but I've come to understand that love is not just about passion, it's about compatibility, trust, and mutual understanding. And sadly, those things have faded between us. It's never easy to admit that a relationship isn't working, but honesty is a gift. I owe it to myself and to you to recognize when it's time to move on and let go of what no longer fits in my life. The most loving thing I can do is to set both of us free. We're holding on to a connection that no longer serves us, and it's time to let go and heal. It's not easy, but it's necessary for both of us to grow. My heart aches as I make this decision, but deep down, I know it's the right one. Sometimes, the most selfless act is recognizing when it's time to let go and give each other the space to evolve. I wanted to make this work, and I tried my best, but I've come to realize that some things are simply not meant to be. It's painful, but ending this chapter will allow us both to heal and find the love we truly deserve. In relationships, you sometimes lose yourself in the other person. And when you realize that you've given up too much of who you are, it becomes necessary to walk away. I've reached that point, and it's time to reclaim myself. It's not that I don't care for you, it's that I need to care for myself now. I've come to a place in my life where I realize I can't keep putting others' needs ahead of my own if I want to heal and grow. We've both changed over time, and while that's a natural part of life, it's also a sign that we're no longer aligned. Sometimes love means recognizing when you need to let go and allow both of you the freedom to become who you're meant to be. There's no easy way to say this, but the truth is, we've reached a point where we're no longer helping each other grow. It's time for me to take the necessary steps to heal and focus on myself. I've spent so much time pretending that everything was fine, but the reality is that I've been denying my own happiness. Now, I'm choosing to be honest with myself and with you. It's time to end things and embrace the future on my own. This isn't about blaming anyone. It's about realizing that sometimes love just isn't enough. It's about understanding that in order to move forward, we both need to take separate paths. Sometimes the hardest decision isn't the one you make for yourself, but the one you make for the person you care about. I know that this decision may hurt you, but I believe it's necessary for both of us to move forward and grow. We've both put a lot into this relationship, but I've come to realize that our paths are no longer the same. The most respectful thing I can do is end this relationship now, rather than let it fester and cause more pain. Love isn't about being together despite the challenges. It's about growing together through those challenges. We've stopped growing together, and that's why it's time to let go. It's hard to walk away from someone you care about, but it's even harder to stay in a relationship where you no longer feel truly connected. I'm doing this not out of anger, but out of a desire to find peace. I've spent so much time trying to fix what's broken, but sometimes the best thing you can do is accept that it's beyond repair. Letting go isn't about giving up. It's about realizing that something isn't meant to be. It's not easy to admit that a relationship isn't fulfilling, but I've come to understand that it's more painful to pretend than to be honest. I owe it to myself to make this difficult decision. I thought we'd be able to make it through everything, but I now understand that we've grown apart.